Here I welcome you to the day 3 of Backend Development course. In this day, we will learn the difference between language and framework. A language is a raw tool that is used to code a program. It uses different rules and syntax to write a code. On the other hand, a framework is a way to provide structure to the language. It organizes the code and help us to navigate through it in a better manner. Now let us understand the difference between language and framework with an analogy of house construction. During a house construction, you find different raw materials like bricks, cement, steel, etc. These raw materials are the building blocks for the development of a house. These can be represented as a language in a backend development. On the other hand, we have a house blueprint, wiring and plumbing structures. This provides structure and finish to the building. Think of a house without a proper structure, it would be a mess. Now let us understand different languages and their frameworks. The most widely used language for backend development is JavaScript. JavaScript is used by large companies like PayPal, Uber, and Netflix. Then we have a language called Java. It is used by banks and large enterprises. And finally, we have Python, the most simple language for backend, and it is used by YouTube and Instagram. For these different languages, they have a different framework to code and organize the code. For JavaScript, we have a Express.js and a Nest.js framework, and for Java we have a Spring Boot framework, and for Python we have a Django and a fast API framework. It is very important for us to understand and to choose wisely the language and framework for our project. Based on our project and use cases, we should choose a language and a framework. If you are building an AI application, you should use Python and Django as your language and framework. Python works very well with the AI level things. And if you are making a full stack project, that is, you have to maintain both front end and the back end at the same time, you must use a JavaScript and Express.js framework because it shares a single code base and the language is similar in both front end and back end. Now let us understand about the project structure of a backend. At the root of the folder we have a source folder. Then inside the source folder we have 5 different folders. First is the routes. In the routes folder we have the different routes to which the backend is connected. It acts like the map of the backend. Then we have a controller folder in which different controllers are and logic for the routes are written. Think of it like as the brain of the backend. Then we have a services folder. Inside the services folder we have different microservices and it helps the controller to meet the desired results. Then we have a data model folder. It contains the structure of the data in and how the data will be represented inside the database. And finally we have a config folder that contains the connection between the database and the backend. In the next lesson we will learn about the asynchronous nature of the JavaScript.